Hey everybody, welcome to Switchback Off-Road. My name is Ben, and I hope you all are doing so well. Today I have an awesome video I want to show you. I'm not working on the Gladiator today. I am working on Switchback, which has not happened in a really long time. So I'm kind of excited to get to do this, but I'm going to get right into it. So we're doing shocks today. I have run these Falcon 3.3s since 2018, and they have been fantastic. I have absolutely no complaints of them at all. As you can see, they have a ton of wear on them. There was at one point my shock mount broke off, and I actually drug this down the interstate for who knows how many miles. Fixed that, put them back on, and even with part of that mounting bracket missing, they have served me for years and years. And then beside that, I have the Bilstein 5100s. I ran these on the Gladiator, and they're a really good budget shock. They come in at $98 a piece. And then right beside that, I have a MetalCloak RockSport Red long travel shock, and these are what's going to go on Switchback. And now you might say, why aren't you just going to put another set of Falcons on Switchback if you love them so much? Well, Switchback doesn't get driven a ton anymore, and it doesn't really go off-road as much anymore. I hope for it to someday, but there's some little things I want to do to it. Just like, it has a couple of like electrical gremlins here and there. So I want to get to a point when we find a place, a house with a garage, to get underneath that thing and just kind of do some restoration to some things on it. But anyway, I'm just not in a place where I want to drop another. These are now $2,300 shocks, so I don't want to do that. But what I do want to do is give you guys a comparison if you're looking at shocks right now, because there's some very key details that I'm seeing right here between these shocks. So the Bilsteins are great. For $98 a shock, you really can't go wrong. But you could step up to right here, and I'm going to have to go get the price point on these. Let me do that real quick before I start talking. All right, I just got that price. The RockSports are $198 for the pair. So they're the same price as the Bilsteins. But look at this. Let's talk about the, I don't know what this is called. I'm going to call it the shaft. Between the two. Guys, if you are getting into off-roading, this is a big difference. So for comparison here, you got your $98 shock. These are basically $98 shocks for the pair. But let's compare these to the $2,300 shocks. That shaft is not that much thinner in diameter than the Falcons, which means long term these are going to do a whole lot more for you for off-roading. The reason I changed out my Bilsteins was I'm pretty confident that we bent this coming down Imogene Pass 2 years ago, because of how thin this is. So on road, these are going to do great, but if you're getting into this for off-roading, this shock is a much better budget option, simply because of the shock shaft. Now I'm going to do a driving review later, and then let you know what my thoughts are on the roads. But these are super nice. Now I did cut the cover off of this one just so I could show you guys, and I'm probably gonna cut the cover off the rest of them. I just kind of like the look of that better. These just look like Rubicon shocks. Anyway, but the main reason I'm replacing these Falcons is my bushings are all bad, and these are the Gen 1 Series 3, so they can't just change out the bushing. They've got to drill that out. So for me, that would be a lot more cost to have that kind of rebuilt. Also, these are for a, I think, 2.5 inch lift to 3.5, and I'm now riding on a 4.5 inch lift. So Yeah, but well, I could be wrong on that because I'm looking at these and the length looks about the same. Of course, this is a front shock, so I can't compare that. But another thing I want you to take notice in that I'm seeing here on the Bilstein versus MetalCloak Reds is the bushing. There's a little bit more bushing on these than on the Bilstein. So that's just something to note, something to compare if you're in the shock market. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let's start throwing these on and then let's go for a drive. There we go. I got it. Yay. Alright, let's see if we can get the new one back in. This is going to be the hardest one because I undid the strap that kept it compressed, so I think I'm going to do this one off camera, and then we'll go to the passenger side and film that. Well, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was only about 5 minutes of struggle. But it's in, so alright, let's flip around and do this passenger side. The hardest part is these Falcon brackets have the spacer. If you were just sliding it in, it wouldn't be a problem. But since I'm putting non-Falcons on a Falcon bracket, we're struggling a little bit. Alright, we got it. We're 2 for 2 on the bottom. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And got a little on the... Alright, we're lined up. Here we go. There we go. Alright, the uppers are in. Let's get this lower bolt torqued down. Alright, the backs are in. Well, luckily, Falcon designed their shock tower bolts for the JKs to where it wasn't that hard to get out. So I just took a ratcheting 19 wrench on it and it came out just fine. Well, it's what a 6, is it 6 years? No, 8. This is what an 8-year-old bushing looks like that's been sitting in the engine bay. Surprisingly, it's not that bad. I was expecting a little more wear and tear and dry rot on it, but good job, Falcon. Alright, let's see if we can get her back in. there we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and tighten down the upper shock mount, and then let me show you guys before I close this out. This is the main reason that I'm replacing these. I don't know if you can see it back there, but this front driver shock has a real bad leak. So in addition to the bushings, you know, you can feel them, like when you try to, you can hear them, you can feel them when the Jeep's suspension is cycling. So that's the main purpose. It's got oil all over my other suspension components. You can see that control arm back there is soaked. So just getting these swapped out, and then we're gonna go for a ride. Just finished up all the shocks. They look majorly out of place compared to everything else because they're just new. But let's go for a test drive. Alright, we have been driving Switchback a little bit more than usual lately. Just trying to keep the miles down on the Gladiator. The main thing we've done lately is got the battery replaced, because if we were sitting for a long time, like I'm talking like 3 days, and that's not a long time, but if you let it sit for like 3 days, you come out, try to start it, and it would not start. So got a new battery put in it, and now we got the shocks put in it, and my plan is for the summer to buy a kind of a like one of the tarps to cover it up in the rain, and keep the doors and top off all summer. It's what I want to do. So we'll see how that goes. But man, as of right now, I'm already telling a major difference, just because there's you can't feel the play from the shock bushings being worn out. So this is kind of nice. Well, we just went for about a 15-minute test drive, and let me tell you, that is so much better. Again, nothing wrong with the Falcons, just the bushings had gone bad, and so you could feel them moving around in the bolt location where they're mounted up. So just that difference is incredible. But man, it was nice to work on Switchback for once. Give her some love. It literally, it doesn't feel like a new Jeep, I'm not going to say that, but it's a huge improvement over the Falcons that had gone bad. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and please consider subscribing to our channel to stay up to date on all of our content. Man, it has just been an amazing couple of months. Here in January, we've gone on 2 really amazing trips so far. Really loving and just getting to enjoy the Gladiator, and just so thankful and overwhelmed by y'all's support. I mean, 1,500 subscribers. If you just said that I had that at this point last year, I'd have said, no way. So thank you guys so much. It really means the most, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.